I first would like to teach the 7 postures of Buddha Nirvajana. One of the Buddha sits in that posture, and physical posture is considered very, very important for meditation. Not only for meditation, but this is perfect healing method for physical healing. Because a lot of us, all channels, winds goes wrong way, channels not straight, blood doesn't flow through thoroughly. It's because of our physical, how we sit. We sometimes kind of leaning like this. Sometimes we sit whatever we like. So that's why physical posture is very, very important for physical condition. Not only meditation. And of course, it is particularly important for meditation. So I show you the 7 postures, and okay, it's a little bit hard for me to do it. So like this, the first posture is this one. It's called Vajra posture. First you put this on your thigh, second you put this one here. Yeah, good. And this is called Vajra posture, the first step of the meditation. Meditation is not that simple, I tell you, because our daily job is not simple at all, right? It's because for our life, but meditation is for long term. Okay, this is the first posture. If you can do this, then you do what you guys doing, and also the cushion, definition of cushion, I think this serves the height, the 5 fingers. Exactly, it's almost exactly. That's yeah, very good, thank you. These are very, very good. Because the cushion supports, up here, then you don't get too, you don't hurt too much. And then, among the 7 postures, one of the very important parts is the spine straight. Totally straight spine. And in the retreat center, when we do meditation, we sometimes use stick, this one, and also stick here. Put your chin on the, like that. Yeah, no, this. I remember because we can't sleep at night for 3 years, 3 months, 3 days. So we just sit up like this, and it really helps. Otherwise, I go like this, right? Whatever. And then the morning, then it takes a long time. It's so pain. It's really pain. So you just do what like that. So if you have this, I also put, the travel. People who travels, they carry something. They have something. So I tied that on my meditation box, just tie myself. So the spine straight is very important because first this leg posture brings stability of meditation. It makes very stable, whole your physical, whole your body balanced. Not leaning this way, it helps to balance. Then the spine straight makes your flow, let's say the channels becomes clear, and the winds flows thoroughly or correctly. And the other part is that, as you know, the spine, the brain part is connected with the brain all the way. That's why, we have this a very connection with the brain as well. And then that is two. Third is your hands. Hands has a few. One is goes like this, at your lap, like this, like Buddha. And other part is also we do this one. You just block the ring finger here. If you note some of the masters wearing ring finger, even monks need to, very, very special master with channels and wings, they wear 2 ring fingers to block the negative energy. So this is one of the reasons we go like this. And then when you do like this, you have to make sure this armpit is open, not closed, because this is where laziness comes. I tell you, just test it. When you do like this, there's a laziness spot. It makes you very warm and you so you have to make sure it's open. It has some space to breathe. Alright, that's third. Fourth is chest open, we say, chest open. Which means that when you do like this, it's naturally open. You don't want to do like this close, but chest open. And chest open, like, have you ever seen vulture? No, vulture. But vulture's demonstration, probably you never saw that before. Like in Tibet, when people die, we give the corpse to the vulture. And they have it's very interesting, ritual, because vultures, they have their own leader. And when you give the corpse to the vultures, normally a lot of vultures come, but they don't eat it until the leader comes last. He doesn't just land down, he just go around a few times, then slowly go down, and then he just elegantly walks like this. So at that time he extends his this part, like this. That's what's the example. And I have a story about this, shoulder open, because as I mentioned, if you really want to learn the lineage of the transmission, you cannot learn it from the books. You have to guide it by masters. One of the examples is we have one Rinpoche called Minju Rinpoche, one Karma Kagyu tradition. And he's younger than me, and now he's on the mountains. He will meditate on the mountains for 3 years. That was his promise. Nobody knows where he went, but he was gone to the Himalaya mountains, meditate like Milarepa. So he's the example of how great meditator can be, because scientists asked His Holiness Dalai Lama to send one of the good meditators, because they want to examine what's the difference between ordinary people and meditators. So he sent this young Tuku, or Minju Rinpoche. And I think you can find this on YouTube as well. I saw somewhere on YouTube, but I know the story. He composed a book called Joy of Life. And when they check his brain capacity, they're just totally amazed. How can a person have such capacity? that was the result of meditation. And he told me a story that one time he was in San Francisco or somewhere, in the morning he took a walk, and there are some people, like a lot of Chinese people there doing the Tai Chi, like this. Then one guy was doing like this, like this. He's just straight, but hand doing like this. Then he saw Mingyur Rinpoche, said, "Who are you? Are you a monk? Do you do meditation?" I said, "Oh, I do. I'm from Nepal. I do little meditation." And he said, "I like all those postures, but I just don't like the one posture is called extend your arms, shoulders like vulture's wing. Instead of doing like this, he was just doing like this." He says, "What a distraction for meditation." So that is one of the example that you can make mistake, if you only follow the book. Yeah. I didn't know that story can be that long. Anyway, so we don't have to do this anymore, right? Just that's the fourth position. Then the fifth is the neck. There's a little risk. Why is the risk? When you do meditation, you lose the. You may experience something happy or something. Then you just, most people leaning over. So that's why it is suggested slightly bend. Your neck slightly bent. Not like this, but slightly bent. Basically, you kind of putting the weight of your head on your neck. Like this. And all these postures, you kind of feel yourself, it's, if you are doing correctly or not. If it's something wrong, you feel not so comfortable. And then sixth is the mouth and tongue. Mouth suggested live as it is. Normally you don't open too much, but not too close. The tongue to palate. Tongue is to touch to the palate, upper palate of the mouth, like this. Because tongue normally generates a lot of saliva, and it creates distraction in your meditation. And then lastly, your eye gaze. Eye gaze, you can live whatever you natural way, or this is a particular position is for shamatha meditation. This is called shamatha meditation in Sanskrit. It's called calm abiding meditation. Calm abiding. In Tibetan it's called shi and ne. Shi means calm, ne means abiding. Because what you are calm from 6 poisons. And then ne means abiding. You abiding in that state of calmness. That's the definition of the shamatha meditation. So I guess normally down, look slightly down, because you want to calm. We use that word a lot, right? People say, "Oh, calm down, calm down." So that is the 7 postures of Virocana. And if you can't do these postures due to your physical injuries, if you have to sit on chair, then there are 2 postures you can maintain on chair. Always spine straight and relaxation. Physically totally relax. Because that is something you can do in airplane, you can do in your office, When you do emails or something, you can just simply calm and relax. So all of these 7 postures, the relaxation is very, very important. You don't want to be tense. Totally relaxed, muscles relaxed, physically relaxed. Because if you're too tense, it blocks the flow of the wind. And then you agitate, something so here, something so there. So it's not so comfortable. So I would suggest that maybe we can do that posture for a while. And then after that I will teach you how to, do with mind. Yeah, I know it's a little bit hard, but the postures. I do the simple part. This part is a little bit hard. All right. You can also close your eye if you prefer. I normally close my eye. And we are not really doing a meditation that comes from external, but we are basically doing the meditation that is within us all the time. Our meditation, relaxation, peacefulness, clarity, it's always within our mind. It is not something you discover in something new. Rather, it is because of the distractions, we never really worked on that. So believing that our nature is always calm, we are going back to the original. So physically totally relaxed and maintain the postures. Alright, I think that's enough for physical posture. And now, when you do that, sometimes because of your wonderful, correct physical posture, your mind calms. But then, it may go away. So when your mind starts to agitate, And there are many methods, and one of the methods is following our own breath. When you start to have many thoughts, then you don't rush. It is almost like it's almost like catching a wild horse. No, because we always have a lot of wild horses. We ride wild horses. If you try to agitate that wild horse, it's already wild. It makes it really worse. It's very hard to catch. On the other hand, you just be very gentle and seem like you're doing nothing, but then you are using lasso. Lasso? Lasso in Tibetan also means yes. And generally, we also call it crazy monkey mind, right? Crazy monkey. For example, like if you have a monkey in your house, well, maybe even you don't say it's crazy, monkey is very active, right? Maybe you have some food for the monkey. If monkey is mindful, he can eat that fruit or food, then he can enjoy just sleep instead of jumping around and just totally active and make himself tired. That's what we're doing. We have to active our mind, of course. You can't just totally just spaced out. You have to take your daily life with mindfulness, and sometimes we can enjoy this moment of our own calmness. That is very important, What I see is that one of the weakness in our practice is not having confidence oneself. At times when you have difficulties and you can't do meditation, then you just lose that hope, or meditation doesn't work. Meditation is not just something come out within a day, it is constant effort, Just to simply maintain our job, daily life, how much effort we put. But meditation is just for many lives to come. It's not just only this life. So it's very important to understand that meditation is always within ourselves. It's just a matter of time how you do it. So when you start to have thoughts, you follow your breath. When you breathe in, this breath and breathing I always mix up, so it's okay. When you breathe out, you follow your mind with your breath. When you breathe in, you follow your mind with your breath. Which means, follow means that you don't think, I'm breathing, my breath goes all the way from to the floor or something like that. Not like that. But you are aware you are breathing through your nostril. You can feel it when you breathe through your nose. Then when you breathe in, you do the same thing. So that basically, the mind rests on that breath. Breath exercise. Breath exercise or? Yeah. Maybe nothing to laugh about that. Breath exercise. So we do 21 times. My master teaches me meditation closely, and he doesn't want me to do too long. Just like 21 times as a beginner, and then you break or just or calm. So do many times and short times as a beginner, and slowly you can extend more and more. So when you follow your breath, you just be natural. You don't think about I have to breathe hard. You just simply be natural, and your breath can be short. That's fine. And slowly your mind calms, then your breath becomes longer and longer, and it is very interesting because when you can do very good meditation, you almost don't need to breathe for a long time, isn't it? You're totally calm and you don't sense that you breathe much. It is because of the mental power. And also some meditators, when they do really good meditation, they are able to hold the breath and walk on the mountain without breathe in and out. So it is all mental effort or meditation effort. But just keeping or following your breath following your mind with your breath. That is the first technique. I wouldn't say first, but one of the technique. And then other part is that sometimes when you focus these things, sometimes may agitate your mind. And you simply aware your thoughts. That is one of the examples. It's called meditation without support. Meditation with support is breath. Also flower you can put here. Just look at flower. Don't think about the color of the flower. Simply aware. If you have this kind of meditation support, if you look very strongly, then your eye becomes not so clear, and it's too much concentration. So when you use this kind of support, you don't want to think about this is yellow, nice, where did we get, etc. Simply you use this as an object, simply aware. Aware is very special terminology for that. You just simply aware. Mind aware, not your eye aware. Eye doesn't have consciousness, isn't it? Eye doesn't have any. Until your mind comes, eye doesn't have any consciousness. Why? Because when you listen music, you see a lot of things. You don't really, remember what you saw because you are so intensely focused on your music, sound. Anyway, meditation without subject is simply, aware your thoughts. You use thought as meditation. When your thought comes, don't think, oh, it's really bad, I have to stop. But just aware. Sometimes when you don't have many thoughts, we exercise with thoughts. You just think about something. Think about something. And then when you think, thought comes, you just are aware that thought. Do I make any sense? Okay. Right. So those are some techniques. So can we do little meditation without subject? I normally like the without subject. Of course, people have different interests. So we simply maintain the physical posture, and then we just are aware. We just sit, and when thought comes, you are aware thoughts. sit very relaxed, physically relaxed. Let thought arise. When thought arises, don't consider it is bad, rather it is support for meditation. So you just simply are aware thoughts. It's almost like you are standing in a traffic place and you're just watching the traffic moving rather than you carried by the traffic. You just watch, thoughts just goes like that, goes by, you are watching. Every time when you have thought, and when thought dissolves, it brings more clarity, calmness in your mind. Alright, so that is just a demonstration, and of course you can do this all the time, especially if you guys are interested. I'm willing to guide the meditation in the future, and we have Edward who will oversee the group and maybe meet once a week. And when you do meditation, this is first step. And when you do meditation, you can send emails to me, on Facebook or Skype or whatever. I can reply whenever I can. I normally not a speedy replier, I have one group, a Google group of special practice, and they send me questions. Maybe it takes 2 or 3 days, but I do reply steadily, not immediately, And that is called sitting meditation. And then I would like to go to walking meditation, because I felt that I can put all my effort to bring Kobe Bryant here, play basketball for you, and you can cheer us up and happy, but that doesn't last too long. If I can bring, honestly, a little bit of methods for you to calm your mind and be happy in your life, I feel that is priceless. If someone can give like that, because